Let's see. Making sure my audio is working. Right. Oh, I'm just going to grab my coffee. And you're going to say, what the hell's that? I'll tell you in a minute what it is. Okay, so actually I selected an application thing, so it might not show the browser. Oh yes, it does. Right, let's see. Right, well you probably know now because I've typed it. Right, okay, well I have to search it to find it. Right, this is an airfoil of a wing. Right? Now, what does an airfoil do? It shapes the airstream of as an aircraft is flying. Now look at the oh god, this is so, the pixelation on this is terrible. It's the resolution on these images is just terrible. Let me see if I can bring it out a bit. Right, there's a propeller blade. Right, that one there. Now, airliner blade. Now there's an airliner wing cross section, supersonic. Now the faster the airstream, the thinner it has to be. Right. There's a turbofan blade. There's a turbine blade. Why are they shaped like that? Well, I actually did all this off the top of my head, by the way. I didn't actually copy any of this. I just searched for it now. You'll see why in a minute, because my actual shape is not quite the same. It's my own sort of invention. Right, let's go back to my design. Right, now let's x-ray it a minute, because it's kind of difficult to see it until you x-ray it. But there's a twist in it. I've got a twist in it because the way I envisaged this working is because you see we've got an accelerated airstream and we've got a decelerated airstream. So, and also had to twist the vortices, angle the airstream sort of. Let's turn the X-ray off. Towards the stationary, well, the stator, which is not moving. So we have the rotary system, which is directly above here. Right, I'll just show you on the other one, because I'm actually making this one on this other thing. Where's the other one? Right, there's the other one over there. Right, which I've already done. Hang on, view, hidden geometry, unhide. Right, let's just. Right, so the red one is spinning around very fast, right? So we've got this very high power rotary vortex of air flowing around, and the angle of this yeah, what I've just said a minute ago, forgotten now, I'm getting old. So the air is basically focused inwards, so it creates a suction around the back. Right, there's suction around the back there, so it keeps that airflow basically away from the wall of the drum, because that's where it slows down. So we want to focus that air so that it's actually spinning around this rotary system and direct it downwards towards the stator down here at the bottom, and then that air. Now if we go on here, I'll rotate around a bit. I'll have to come really close to this, otherwise I'll end up inside a wall. Now we can see the aerofoil. So the air is basically bending around this curvature, and it's being directed in. Oops, I'm inside a wall. It's being directed inside into the blades. Right, I'm trying to get this. Oops, it's hard to steer this. Right, here we go. So the airstream is basically spinning around. It's being focused from the top, from the rotary system, and it's aimed down. So we got this slight angle, this pitch angle. So the airstream is basically focused towards this. I've got to zoom in again. It's basically. I'll put X-ray on. Right, you can see better now. So the air is basically being focused towards this edge here of the stator, right? So yeah. So at the moment I'm actually putting that design onto the other one as well because it will help. So that's one I've already done, and that's for the that particular one is let's just hide that a minute. That particular one is one version of where the airstream is aimed inwards and around, back into the unhide that other one again, back into the path of these spinning rotors. So so you can see there's a difference between that design and this design over here. So I'm making two versions of it actually because I want to be able to swap them out and try different ones to find the best behaviour of it. Right, so basically what I've got to do at the moment, I need to temporarily fill my hole in. I just need to, because I've got to copy this thing and I've got to. It's going to get really fun when I start doing the turbine. That's going to be real fun. I'm still thinking about it, but I haven't actually decided on my final design for it yet, so I'm still thinking about it. But doing all of this stuff helps me to work out that stuff as well, because some of it is very similar. Obviously airflow is airflow. I mean, you've got to aim it and direct it and whatever. So right, that is in a group at the moment, so it's not going to interfere with the model. So I need to basically make what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got about 8 copies of that, so there's 8 of them going around. Right, so let's see if I can find my centre. Right, centre. Right, so I want to make, let's take 40 degrees. Right, so I've got another one there. Source. And type 40 degrees. Oops! Got to press my plus that on my control key. Do alright, got all of them. Right, okay, now I can get rid of that. Get the hole back again, which I need. Now, this is the tricky part, so I've got to hide this base. Hide that. Because, as you can see, we have to intersect the faces so that it's not going to mess up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select all of these. Right. Notice it's right in the middle of the maximum air gap there. That's to prevent any air restrictions. Right, now I'm going to explode. Oh, damn it! I hate it when it does that. Clicked on the wrong thing. Right, explode. Now, intersect faces with model. Right, let's have a look underneath. Hopefully everything's right, hopefully, because I hate it when things go wrong and I've got to correct things. Oh, something's not intersected properly yet. Right, just a minute, I'm just going to select all of this. Let's try again. I'll put X-ray on as well. Right, let's have a little look. Turn the X-ray off. Yeah, for some reason it's not quite low enough. There must be a gap underneath. Uh-oh, there is. There's a frigging gap. Oh, well, what I'm going to have to do then is, if that's not touching the... select all connected. No, it's not touching the base yet. Okay, that's the problem. Right. Right, what I need to do is bring back my... surface. What I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oops. Well, that didn't work. Hang on. Right, got a face back. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily give myself a pillar here, because I need something as a reference, a straight line basically. I need to basically, because all of these things aren't quite lined up, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the top of each one of these. Does it pay? I could always go back. Right, I've got all of them. Now, what I'm going to do is I want the like all connected. Right, they are connected to that thing at the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a reference of this pillar, this straight line for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down. Point 1. That should be enough. Let's have a look down with low. Has it gone through the... Yeah, I think we're through there now. Yeah, it should work now. I need to get rid of this pillar. Hopefully... I've got my hole back. Right. Right, so here we go again. I think I'll put X-ray back on. Intersect faces with model. Right, let's have a look underneath. Actually, have I lost one on my face? I better check this because sometimes that happens. Unhide. No, my face is still there. That's good. The bottom one. Hide again. Right, now I've got to turn off that hidden geometry thingy. Right, yeah, this wants some trimming. Yeah, I really hate having to do this. It's annoying. Let me just see. Actually, it doesn't seem to have gone right yet. Just a minute. No, it's not connected properly, so intersect faces with model. Let's try that again. Ah, that's weird. Oh, I did explode it. Yeah, it's not grouped anymore, so it should be. Yeah, I think I need to trim that crud off the bottom by the look of it. Oh, this is annoying having to do all this. It's made a hole. Yeah, I hate it when it does this. I'm just going to undo that. Oh, that hole must have already been there. Yeah, I've had these holes appear on me before, which is weird. There wasn't any holes when I started. Could be why. Alright, so I've got to trim this bottom bit off. Wonder if there's a quicker way of doing this, I don't know. Unfortunately, because it wasn't perfectly on the face of the model, its protrusions I've got to get rid of, and I couldn't seem to get it to sit on the face properly, and I don't know why. Oops. Not that one. Ah. Oh, there's a gap there. Huh. What the heck? We'll do that. Hang on a minute. Oops. Well, I'm going to come back to that hole later. I'm just going to have a think about this, whether or not. I think I've got an idea. Actually, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back because it's going to take me for ages to do all these. So I'm thinking, right, I'll just go back, and if I can fix one of them and then copy that and rotate that one, it'll save me a lot of work. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go undo. Just keep doing the undos until I hope I can keep going now. Right. Yeah, I'm basically undoing all them flipping erasers that I just did. Right, so I've got down to 1 here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sort this one out, because it's not. Right, I'm just going to basically explode it as it is. Right, hide that face underneath. Yeah, it's not in contact. So what I'll do is select all connected. It's not connected, so it's not going to do much. And I want to come down by 0.1. Right, okay. Now I'm going to intersect with model. Yeah, and a hole appeared, look. I would have to fix all of those frigging things. So I just want to fix this one, then I can copy it and make a new group. It'll make life so much easier. Right, let's check, make sure there's no more holes. I think this one's, yeah, right, so I'll sort this one out. This is going to save me so much work by doing it like this. Because I only have to fix one. Okay, almost there. Right, let's back out a minute. Oh yeah, erase. Right, that's intersected correctly. Now all I have to do is go above. Make sure there's no more holes. Oh, there's another hole there. Fill that bottom in again. I don't want to do that. Okay. Right, so I'm going to go above it. Put the X-ray back on. All I want is this piece. I'm going to make a group. I've got a new group just for those components. Now we're going to go back and do that magic stuff again. If I can find my centre. Ah, there we go. Right, so plus. Oh, I haven't selected the group. Must select the group. Right, there we go. 40. My hand's shaking, I can't keep my hand still. Oops! I've got to press the plus sign. Or the control. Oh, right. Right, there we go. We should have no errors now. And we don't. I've just got to explode all of those things now. Let's remove that hole. Put the hole back, I should say. Right. Right, explode. Right, now intersect faces with model. Now it should be all fixed. I just saved myself a frigging hour of work. If I'd been manually removing all those errors that we had, it would have taken me at least an hour. And now we have 8, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, is it 9? Oh yeah, we have 9, that's right. So, yeah. Now all I've got to do is bring the bottom level down, back, the bottom layer back, unhide. Right, there we go. So I've got another one done. And because this is a component, everything that I've just done to this one has also happened to this one over here, look. And if we x-ray, we can see even down here, they've all got the new features. So I've effectively done all that in 6 times less the amount of time it would have taken me. So instead of an hour or 6 hours, I did it like in 20 minutes. So let's actually navigate through here and see what it looks like. So the air is coming in. I'll leave this top canopy off at the moment, there's no canopy on there. So basically the air is coming in and the air is spinning in a vortex. Oops, going in the wall again. Spinning the vortex. The air is spinning this direction. It's actually rotating like a spiral, like a tornado, you know. So the air is flowing and it's bouncing off this thing here, and it's and there's suction on the top of that. I keep getting lost in the wall. So the air is basically flying over this aircraft wing thingamajig, this aerofoil, and then it's shaped and redirected down to the lower section down here. because there's suction on this back edge. Remember, there's suction on this back edge here, so it will pull back into this one and back to the centre, into the next rotor system that's spinning. So this one's deflected a different way to the other one. Oops. Right. Anyway, that's that. I'm just going to back out of here. They're all the same basically, but I have been thinking about, well, as the air accelerates, as it speeds up, maybe these things need to be more parallel, because no, not these things, but the rotary things, maybe they need to be more parallel, as in instead of curved, more from the centre point to the outside, because as the air is spinning faster and faster, it's accelerating faster and faster. So yeah, it's just a thought, as it progresses through 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers, that air our vortices needs to be spinning faster and faster, so that it can basically get caught in these stators more effectively and be driven back towards the centre. Yeah, so that's something to think about. I might actually do 3 like this, and then I might do 3 with a slightly different configuration, and experiment. There's so much to experiment with, so many things. It's just like aircraft. I mean, how many years I've been experimenting with different aircraft designs and different wings. It's a never-ending process. So I need to bring this cover back on. Let's see, edit group, unhide, bring that back. I didn't put an external canopy like this one on this one because I thought there was no point. They're all the same, they're interchangeable. Oh, by the way, good news, I 3D printed 2 canopies and they fit perfectly. I'll have to plug the camera in though for you to see that, so hang on a minute. Right, let's get the camera hooked up. Give it a minute to connect. Hang on, just checking, make sure everything's still working. Camera. Right. Move keyboard out of the way. 2 printed, and they're stuck together. Look at that. Press fit. I had to twist them apart. Perfect fit. So I got my dimensions. There's a slight bit of bowing because of the shrinkage, but this one's come out better. Actually, they're both slightly dimpled, but that's no problem because when there's suction going through there, these tend to pop in anyway. So I need to make sure there's no clearance on there, but they basically just fit. So there'll be some blades in rotary. There'll be a rotary blade and a stator blade in each one of the top of these, top section, and then 2 of these in there, and then these will just press together or twist together, whichever. So I just got to get them lined up, and they sit on that ledge. There's a ledge there, and they sit on that ledge. Look at that, perfect fit. No screws. Look, man, no screws. So twist them apart. Perfect fit. I'm happy with that. Absolutely no sandpapering whatsoever. And the second one I did, if you look, the first one I printed had support material, and look at that edge. Look at that edge. It's gross. It's really rough and bumpy. Don't know if you can see that. It's got little holes where the support material was. 3D printed the new one without support material with a slope on it, and look at that, so much better. Perfect smooth edge, no scarring on it, and because it's a 45-degree angle, there was no need for support material. Actually, Where's my magnifying glass gone? I don't know where I put that thing. It's disappeared on me again. I was going to show you it under the magnifying glass so you could get a better view. It's hard to really see it, but that's probably a better view there. You can see how smooth that edge is on. It's much better. Go back to the other one without the support. Well, we did the support material. You can see the difference. That's really rough, and yeah, it didn't come out so good. I'd have to file it, that one, but I'm not going to bother. It's going to be fine. They work. That's the main thing. So we just need the blades now. I've got some blades at the moment, rotary plastic. Here's one that I put in the acetone. I actually decided to smooth it out a bit more, so I put in acetone in a container with acetone gas to smooth it out because it was really rough. The surfaces need to be very smooth so there's no friction, you know, so we don't have drag on the air as the air's flowing through them. They need to be shiny and smooth. So what I did was I put it on some old CD platters so it's nice and flat. Put it in a container and I left it in there for about an hour to soak in some acetone gas vapour, and it's shined them up really nice. They've actually, well, this one's not as good as the other one. The other one's going to be even better when it's done, but they've shined up really well. Actually, it's glazed them over so that they're like, it's almost like it's been sprayed with paint. It's that glazed effect, you know. So the smoother the surfaces, the better, really. And that's what I'm trying to achieve right now with the... I've got another one in this container. Right, so this one is sealed with a lid that's got flaps on it. It's locked, and there's a magnet on top, and a steel washer holding some tissue paper which is soaked in acetone, and that acetone is sealed inside the container while I actually glaze this other one over, and it's been in there about an hour. I think I'll leave it in for 2 hours actually, because I'm not really worried too much if it goes really soft. The important thing is to let it dry slowly, and once it's been in there for about 2 hours it should be smooth and glazed over just like this other one is. So yeah, so I can just shine my torch inside to have a look. It's still got a bit of, it still needs a bit, it needs a bit of manual work on it, I think, as well. Yeah, you know, as in there's a few lumps that look a bit. Actually, I think it's been there long enough. I need to take it out. It looks like it's starting to curl a bit on the edges. So what I'll do is I'll take this off. Oh, it really stinks, it's sticky. I'll stick this one in and let this one a bit longer. God, that stinks. Get it sealed up quickly before I let all the vapours out. Now, the other one is, it was starting to curl a bit on the edges. I don't know if you can see that, but it's starting to curl, but that's okay. That's fine, because the let me think, as the airflow is spinning it's directed down anyway, so that'll be fine. It's gone very soft. Look at that. Look at that, it's gone really soft, look. It's gone really soft, so that needs to dry slowly. It's been in there a bit too long, I think. That's okay. It's so soft right now that all I have to do is put some tissue paper between them, and actually, where's the other? All I have to do is really put something on the top just to hold it in place while it dries slowly, and Yeah, I think it was in there. Oh, it was, yeah, it's been in there 2 hours. I should have taken it out a few minutes ago, actually. It's really, really soft right now. It's stuck to the CD, this disc. That's fine. I want it to stay stuck to the disc because it'll keep it flat. It'll stop it curling upwards. It'll keep it nice and flat, which is what I want. So I'm going to leave it stuck to that disc until it's dried out properly, so it doesn't curl on me. This middle part is soft as well. It's fine. Actually, now that I've moved them with my fingers, they seem to be okay. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, because they're so subtle right now, they're so, I'm just going to get some tissue paper. It'll be rock solid when it dries. So I'll just get some tissue paper and I'm just going to put that in there like that. And that will just give it enough support while it dries. Actually, that's too long. I can use this. I can use 2 of these for this. Waste not one though. I think I'll double it actually. I mean the tissue paper just, oh, it's popped out, that one has. Yeah. It's probably better to put it this way around. It seems to want to come out. Ooh, my top cover I was just finished printing. Right, I'll just leave that. It won't take long to dry it actually. It will check the, yeah, they look fine. the edge is going to dry a lot quicker than the inside, that's for sure. So that one's gone all loose actually. That's how little you have to press on them. You just need a tiny amount of support. They'll soon dry. I'm going to put that somewhere where it'll dry slowly. So what I'll do with that is I'm going to put it in this biscuit tin, but so the biscuit, there's nothing in it. I'm going to put it in there. I'm going to leave the lid loose, because if you know anything about acetone, it's heavy gas, it's heavy, which means it will sit in the base of that tin, and air pressure fluctuations in the air pressure will make it dry out slowly. And I'm not rushing, I'm just going to leave it overnight. It'll be dry by tomorrow. So just put that lid on. I don't want it to fall off, so I'm going to push it on a little bit, but there's enough leakage in this lid for that to work. But yeah, I'm happy with the covers. They came out really well. And the new cover for the, I'll see if I can get it off the bed, printer bed. No, it's still too hot. I'll have to let it cool a bit. Yes, it's very hot. The cover is just that goes on top of the fan and it gives it support. So as the blades that you've just been looking at, as I put before I put them in the tin, it has a little cover that snaps on the top, and that cover keeps the air, when it's the rotor spinning, keeps that air inside while it's spinning to accelerate it. And those little covers, I made them so that you can just basically clip them on top, because it was I didn't want to print them with the lid on, because there will be support material inside and it would make a mess, and it would be really difficult to get the support material out. So it's just as easy to print the cover separately and put it on later. Plus I'm saving plastic by doing that, more environmentally friendly. And so I could probably show the cover actually in SketchUp. Just a minute, let's see, where are we? Right, so yeah, that's working. So the cover is where is it? This thing. Right, so if I edit group, let's see, hide that one. So that's the cover. Get my keyboard in a minute, can't steer. And it's got a lip going around the edge. It just basically sits around the edges of the blades. So that's why I'm not too worried if the blades get warped a bit, because the I'm going to be sticking the edges of the blades onto this lip anyway. They're going to be bonded on permanently. I should have put a lip on the inside of there as well, really, but yeah, I never thought. I could still do that, but it doesn't necessarily have to have that. All that's important is that we have something to centre it, so it centres itself and it's not wobbly. So that's why I put that lip around the edge. So if I bring that other thing back, unhide again. you'll see that the edges of these blades sit just inside that lip. But the stator doesn't have this have a cover on it anyway. The stator doesn't, but the rotary ones do, because the stator basically sits around the back of the red rotary system anyway. I could have a cover on there, but then yeah, it's going to add up in thickness and everything, and I was trying to avoid that if I can avoid it. I don't think I need a cover on the stators, but if I do, I'll put one on. It's easy enough to make them separately, and they don't need to be very thick. I could have them 0.5 millimeter thick, and that would be enough. It's just to, yeah, focus the air really. I didn't save this since I made them changes, so I'm just saving it now. So yeah, that's that for now. Oops. And if you wonder what the hell all this is all about, yeah, you have to go and watch the earlier live streams where I was explaining it all, because I can't explain it all every time I start another live stream. It's up to you to go and watch the earlier live streams. But anyway, I think I made about 6, I think, of these about this so far. Anyway, that's it for now.